here on my yoga mat because I just finished doing yoga. I did some great stretching and some good breathing. So I stayed here because I just wanted to remind you that I hope that you're staying active. And I know that you can go outside when it's nice, but I think Monday was a really rainy day, so nobody could really go outside in the rain. So I wanted to remind you to do your stretching and also the breathing we talk about, right? When we breathe in and smell a flower, blow out a candle. Do some deep breathing. That really helps our brain start working, right? All that oxygen getting up to the brain. So I stayed here because I was so comfortable here, and I figured that's a great idea to remind you about that. So today we're talking about more types of spring weather. Remember we talked about how much it rains in the spring? Wow, yesterday was a good example of that. On Friday we'll be talking about what is rain and find more about that. But today we're going to talk about clouds. What do you know about clouds? I mean, where are they? They're up in the sky, right? And when I think of clouds, I use those words, I wonder. I start thinking about, I wonder. I mean, I see them all the time, but I wonder what they really are. Do you have any idea what a cloud is made of? Do you have any information about a cloud? What do you know about clouds? Yeah, they're in the sky. And we know that when it gets cloudy, it blocks out the sun. And also, what falls from a cloud? Rain, exactly. Rain comes from a cloud. So I was wondering again, what is a cloud made of? Do you know what a cloud is made of? Let's see. Let's think about how we could describe a cloud. A cloud is up high in the sky. A cloud is mostly white, or it could be gray. It could be gray or white. Most of the time it's puffy. Can you touch a cloud? I mean, obviously you can't touch a cloud because it's in the sky, but guess what? Sometimes clouds come to the ground. Do you know what a cloud on the ground is called? That's fog. When it gets really foggy and you're walking and you see the fog roll up under your feet or you rolls off the water, that's a type of a cloud. So can you grab a cloud? Can you put a cloud in your pocket? I don't think so. If you stick your hand through a cloud, what would happen? It would go right through. You really can't sit on a cloud, right? So let's see, if you can't hold a cloud in your hand and you can't knock on it and it makes noise, can it be a solid? No, I don't think a cloud is a solid. Let's think, what are the other two types of matter? There's solid, there's three altogether. There's solid, liquid, and gas. So we already know that a cloud probably can't be a solid because you can't hold it in your hand, you can't knock on it, and if you put your hand through it, it goes right through. So it doesn't have the properties of a solid. Does it have the properties of a liquid? Let's think. Does it fall all the time or does it stay in the sky? Does it, if you were able to hold a cloud in your hand, what would happen? Would it like trickle through like water? I don't think so. So I think that the only thing that we can come up with is that a cloud is most likely gas, okay? What comes from a cloud? That's right, we said that already. Rain. Rain falls from a cloud. But a cloud isn't made of rain because what is rain? Is rain a solid, a liquid, or a gas? That's right, rain is a liquid because it's water, and water is a liquid. So let's see, let me think about this. So your clouds make rain, rain falls from the cloud, and rain is water, so rain is a liquid. So then is a cloud a liquid? No, I don't think so because it doesn't follow the rules. I'm going to tell you, if you haven't guessed already, a cloud is not a solid, a cloud is not a liquid, a cloud is that's right, it's a gas. Because, do you remember when we did the solid liquid gas experiment and we boiled water, like hot cocoa, and the cup was solid, the liquid inside, the water or the hot cocoa inside was the liquid, and then what was rising off of the top of the hot liquid? Steam, right? And then when we closed it in a jar, we saw the droplets on the side, like a vapor. Steam or vapor. It's not a solid, it's not a liquid. You got it, it's a gas. So clouds are made up of droplets of water vapor, like steam. So we know that a cloud is really made up of gases. Pretty cool, right? It's just like when we can change a liquid to a solid by freezing water, a cloud turns from a gas, which is vapor, to liquid, which falls from it. And you know how that happens? How does that happen? Well, I'm going to pretend I'm a cloud. I'm a light and fluffy cloud floating around the sky. Oh, but I keep collecting dust in the air. Dust keeps collecting to me. And all this water vapor from the atmosphere, I keep, there's a lot. Remember we said how much water is on the earth? There's so much water on the earth. There's rivers and oceans and puddles and pools, right? So I'm sucking that up every day. I'm sucking water vapor up into my cloud, and I'm this big cloud, and dust and water vapor keeps collecting on me, and then I keep getting bigger and bigger and heavier, and I can't take it anymore. I can't hold all this water vapor. So you know what happens? I let it go. And what happens? It rains. All of my vapor, my gas turns into liquid, and it drops from the cloud onto the ground. And that's what happens, and it keeps happening over and over again. And we're going to learn about that cycle when we learn about the water cycle and rain on Friday. But today, we're still talking about clouds. Do you know what I love to do? And I think I'm going to go do it on the next sunny day with there's clouds in the sky. I'm going to go lay on the grass and look up at the clouds. And you know something? What I was thinking about? Why do we need clouds? I wonder. What do you think? You're right. We need rain. Of course we need rain. Everybody needs rain. We need water. We need more water. And the plants and the vegetables and the flowers, they need water to live. So that's why we need rain. So we need clouds because they make rain. But clouds are important for other reasons too. Can you guess why? Think about it. They're up in the sky. What else is up in the sky during the day? Think about a hot, hot summer day at the beach. What's glowing in the sky that never moves? That's right, the sun. So I'm laying at the beach and it's so hot. It's like 95 degrees and I'm so hot and I'm sweating and I'm laying on the beach and I'm thinking, oh, if I could just cool off. Yes, I could jump in the water, but I see all of a sudden that this puffy, puffy, beautiful white cloud just moved across the sun. And what happened? It blocked out the sun and it cooled me off because now the sun's rays are not burning me anymore. So the clouds can cool us off, make the atmosphere cooler. But guess what it also does? The clouds are kind of like a blanket for the sky, okay? So clouds in the sky are like a blanket that also keeps the warmth on the earth. It keeps the atmosphere from getting really cold. So clouds give us rain for water for the plants and for us to drink. Clouds cool us off at the beach when they go across the sun, and clouds also are like a blanket that keeps the atmosphere warm. Clouds are super important, and they're really pretty too. When we look at clouds, we can see many, many different clouds. We could see big, puffy clouds. We could see the ones that look like cotton or cotton candy or snowballs, right? And then we could see ones that are a little bit heavier and a little bit longer, and they kind of look like shaving cream, right? We can make clouds out of shaving cream. And then there are certain clouds that get really dark, and those are the storm clouds, and that's when we have a big storm. And then we have clouds that just look like stringy clouds, right? That's another type of clouds. So I sent a file to your grown-ups, and there's all information about all different kinds of clouds that you can learn about, and you can watch videos about it too. So I want you to do that and learn all the different types of clouds. But the gray clouds, they are the storm clouds, right? And the big puffy clouds are the nice, the pretty day, when you have a good day, a really nice day. I'm gonna go out and lay on a blanket or a towel, and I'm gonna look up at the sky, and I'm gonna say, wow, what do these clouds look like to me? They make all different kinds of shapes, and we can use our imagination. So I'm gonna read you a story about that, about looking at things, using our sense of sight, and using our imagination at the same time. This book is called It Looked Like Spilt Milk. What color is milk? Same as the clouds, right? White most of the time. This book is written by Charles G. Shaw. He's the author and the illustrator. He wrote the words and he made the pictures. So it looked like spilt milk. I'm noticing, what color is that? And then the background is kind of like blue, right? It looked like spilt milk. Sometimes it looked like spilt milk, but it wasn't spilt milk. Sometimes it looked like what do you think that looks like? A rabbit. But it wasn't a rabbit. Sometimes it looked like what does that look like to you? A bird, but it wasn't a bird. Sometimes it looked like a tree, but it wasn't a tree. Sometimes it looked like, what does that look like to you? You have to use your imagination a little bit. It makes me hungry for summertime and a cool chocolate chip mint ice cream cone, but it wasn't an ice cream cone. Sometimes it looked like a flower, but it wasn't a flower. Sometimes it looked like, what's that? Lives on a farm. Yep. Sometimes it looked like a pig, but it wasn't a pig. What does that look like? You like to make these in the science center and sing for everybody. Sometimes it looked like a birthday cake, but it wasn't a birthday cake. Sometimes it looked like a sheep. That wasn't a sheep. Sometimes, this is a tough one. What do you think that looks like? Oh, I don't know. Like a great horned owl, but it wasn't a great horned owl. Sometimes it looked like a mitten, but it wasn't a mitten. Oh, this is my favorite, right? Who do we love to see in the backyard? Sometimes it looked like a squirrel, but it wasn't a squirrel. Sometimes it looked like, what does that look like to you? Sometimes it looked like an angel, but it wasn't an angel. Sometimes it looked like spilt milk, but it wasn't spilt milk. What do you think it is? It's just a cloud in the sky. So, you are going to do a project now, and I already did it. So, you're going to take just plain old, here, I have them here. You know this, what are these? They're fluffy and white, we use them a lot. These are cotton balls, right? I kind of pulled at them a little bit so they weren't completely round, because clouds aren't just completely round, right? They're all kinds of shapes. So I pulled at them a little bit, okay, to make some different sizes of the cotton ball. And then what I did is I put it on a blue piece of paper. And I cut this out. Your grown-up can print this out, or they already picked it up for me. You have to cut out, what is that a shape of? A cloud. You have to cut it out, and it says, I looked up in the sky and I thought I saw, and there's a blank space, but it was only a cloud by, and you put your name. So this says, okay, let's look at my cotton ball art. What does that look like to you? Well, I'll tell you what it looked like to me. I said I looked up in the sky and I thought I saw a duck. But it wasn't a duck. It was only a cloud by Miss Karen. So that's my project. So you can do whatever you want. You can make it big or small. You can pull them apart a lot. Just make it randomly. Just make the art with your puff balls first, your cotton balls, and then look at it and say, wow, what does that look like? It could look like anything, really. In the book, there was like ice cream cones and different kinds of animals. Mine looked like a duck to me. First, it looked like a swan, but then I said the neck wasn't long enough, so it looked like a duck to me. So that's a really fun project. And then you know what? If you do this project, and I know you will do it, when you do it, maybe you could take a picture with it, and then your grown-up can send it to me, or you could, so we could see all the great projects that you made. All right, and then you can hang it up. So I'm gonna also do a really fun experiment today. I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm gonna send it to you later on. I'm going to make a rain cloud in a jar. So we are going to experiment to see how many drops it takes for the rain cloud to get too heavy to start dropping its water. So think about that. Go outside if you can and lay on the grass with a blanket in your backyard and look up at the sky and think of all the things that you see in the sky that are actually clouds but look like a lot of other things. Use your imagination, okay? So I want you to have a great day. Do your work, listen to your grown-ups, do your breathing and your stretching, and I'll see you later for a cool experiment. Bye!